Hi, I'm Karen Henry, co-founder of the PR Boutique, and this is the PR Playbook podcast. And I am so excited to welcome Richard Graber from Vita Living. Would you tell me a little bit about yourself to start, Richard?
I'm happy to. Well, Vita Living is where I am currently. I've been there for about almost a little over a year now. Before that, I was in the mental health space, working at Mental Health America. And before that, for about a good 10 and a half years, I was in the art space.
Wow.
Working at the Houston Arts Alliance, where we were distributing funds for the cultural sector, individual artists, and arts organizations. Before that, I was in social services, and before that, I was up in Ohio. So, been here for almost 20 years. So that's me in a nutshell. My parents are from Hungary. They're immigrants. They came in 1956 during the Communist Revolution to Cleveland, Ohio. And there's a big Hungarian community even to this
That's
day
interesting.
there. Mm-hmm.
Well, so what is your position at Vita Living?
I'm Chief Development Officer. So I have the pleasure of raising money for the organization, meeting some great people, and raising money for a great cause. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know kind of what Vita Living's mission is, but I would love for you to kind of expand on what the services that y'all offer.
Yeah, it's an organization that works with the IDD community. So that's the intellectually and developmentally disabled. So that's a broad range of diagnoses with our clientele. We service this community in three main areas. So we have a day program where our clients come daily. They spend time doing arts and crafts, working on basic math skills, communication skills, etc. Then we have 20 group homes where we actually house our clients. And then we serve an additional 300 plus clients who reside at home through a program that is community-based and also with a whole variety of disabilities.
That's interesting. What because it's such a heartwarming and touching type of job, what motivates you the most every day to come into work and to raise money for these people and the cause and your mission?
Yeah, first and foremost, I would say it's the leadership there. Working at Vita Living wasn't particularly on my radar, but again, from when I was back in the art space, I met Joe Cooper, who is the CEO there. And Joe had reached out to me over about a year and a half ago, asking if I knew anybody because they were looking for a development officer. And at the first, I said, okay, I'll look around. I'll mention it to some of my colleagues and friends. And then he called back to check up and say, hey, what's going on? Might you be interested? And like I said, it wasn't on my radar, but I said, you know what? Yes, I am interested. So we sat down, and he's so articulate with the kind of work that we do. He sold me on it. And I got to meet the team and meet the clients and see the work firsthand. And I just fell in love with the mission. I think it's doing God's work. And truly, I don't, if anybody goes in there does not touch, then I think something's wrong, right?
Right. Well, it's like a bunch of angels taking care of the sweetest people in the world.
Right.
I think it's wonderful. I'm so proud that we can help you with that on some level.
Yes.
And I guess that kind of goes to my next question is, we've been working with y'all for about a year, and I wanted to know how our public relations efforts has helped build the brand awareness or gained any more donors or whatever. We've been working with you social media and in media outreach. Kind of give me an idea of how you feel like working together has helped y'all.
Well, coming into this role, I was not aware of what the social media initiatives were. So it was nice to be able to sit down with our team and have a conversation around, okay, we need help. We need to be able to have something to measure what we're doing and our reach in the community. So when I had pitched the idea of having outside counsel in this area, PR counsel, it was well received. So for me, we are able to see now how many followers we have. We're able to see our posts. We're able to get reactions from the community. So it's very helpful for me. Internally, a lot of times, as you can imagine, I'm sure you have other clients that are short-staffed in-house. So we don't have the luxury of having someone in-house to do that. And that's not necessarily the best way to do it for each organization. So for us, it's been nice to have a partnership with you all because you're committed, you're always on things so that we can kind of focus on the other things
Right.
that quite honestly, we probably do better than social media. So for me, and my colleague, I can speak for my colleague Danielle, it's a godsend.
Well, that's good to hear because I know that we always want to be considered a part of your team, like an extension of whatever team you have working on anything.
Right.
And I guess that I would like to know, has any of the PR efforts that we've made, because it's changed so much over the past few years, to where it's not just media outreach, it's also social media, community involvement, influencer programming, and whatever. How has it affected your role? Has it helped in your fundraising efforts at all?
It has helped with visibility, I think.
Okay.
First and foremost, visibility. Just the fact that we were mentioned in the top 25 social events in Paper City, Post
Yeah.
Event, different other. I'd like to see more print, and I think that's coming. But I think what is helpful for me is there's a strategy behind what we're doing. We're not just shooting in the dark with things. There's a method to the madness, so to speak. And I know these things don't happen overnight. So I think staying on course, I think we will see even more fruits of our labor, so to speak.
I think that's great that you understand that because it doesn't happen
It does.
overnight, and it builds on itself.
Right.
And like we were just talking about some heartwarming stories that we could pitch for next month, which isn't it? What awareness? It's some kind of awareness
Social
month.
worker?
Yes. And so we're going to work on that pitch.
Yeah.
And is there another kind of, is it mental health month? I'm just asking questions. 'cause
Pearls of Wisdom.
Pearls, I know. But tell us about
May
Pearls of
is
Wisdom.
our annual, a large annual event. So that's coming up on May 16th, 6 to 8 p.m. at River Oaks Country Club. And it's called Fiesta. And it is a fiesta. People wear colorful outfits. Everyone looks fabulous. This year we're going to be premiering a video featuring 5 of our clients in 5 thematic areas.
Oh, wow.
And so we're in production for that. We're just about to start production with that. We're very, very excited about that. So that's our main big fundraiser each May. Pearls of Wisdom.
And I guess another question I have, and there's 2 more that I have for you. One, what is the most rewarding aspect of your job as Chief Development Officer at Vita Living?
I think impact. I think we see the direct fruits of our labor, so to speak. I do all the grant writing for the organization as well. I did about just over 60 last year, and to see that funders are interested in what we're doing, they see value in our work, and they do support us, and seeing that we did better than the prior year, that is rewarding for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge. And just going through our day program and seeing, it's a constant reminder of why we do what we do. And it pushes us to do even better because there's constant need, the need is growing, and those people are so grateful.
And I didn't touch on this earlier, but I wanted to ask, how do people, your clients, how do they come to you? And is there a certain criteria that they have to meet to be accepted into your program?
Yeah, that's a tough one. They have to have a diagnosis of IDD. Unfortunately, in Texas, we have a huge waiting list. It's called the interest list. It's administered through the Harris County office, and there's a waiting list of about 150,000.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So if you are interested in our services, that's typically the way you have to go. Get up on the interest list, wait your turn, so to speak, and then hope for the best after that. But we do have other ways that clients do come to us. Right before the holidays last year, we had 6 clients come to us where they were coming from a situation where they could no longer be cared for a variety of reasons, and they literally came to us with nothing. and we took them in, of course. One thing I do love about the way we operate at Vita Living is that we accept clients wherever they are. If they're high need, mid, low need, whatever, we try to our best, and usually we can accommodate them. We have 4 nurses on staff, which is huge. So our clients get the immediate and ongoing attention that they need.
That's great. I guess I want to ask you too, what happens to the other 150,000 people waiting?
Well, they're usually at home with aging parents, which can be problematic,
Yeah.
or they find themselves in institutions or in institutions, a whole variety of things. So yeah, it's pretty bad,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, and I guess this last question is more about what you can offer our audience. What kind of advice would you give other nonprofits to how to improve their media outreach or their PR efforts in the community? Do you have any pearls of wisdom, so to speak?
Yes. I would say listen. I am not afraid to say that I don't understand something completely. Listen to the professionals. Patience with the process, I think, is important. So I'm confident that we're on the right track. There will be fruits down the road, and there will be more things that we want, like print and all that good stuff. I think that would be my advice, my words of wisdom, so to speak, and not to be afraid of taking risks, trying things.
Yeah.
Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. So that's what I would say.
Well, great. That is so helpful. Thank you so much for being
My
with us
pleasure.
today.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best on your upcoming event in
Thank
May
you.
16th.
May 16th, Pearls
May
of Wisdom.
16th. Please come back and see us sometime, Richard.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.